team in the conference. Coach, what about their makeup or style allows them to play that way?
Well, they're a fast defensive football team. Their up-front people are very aggressive. They penetrate. They got great quickness. They play with a lot of excitement. Their backers are very similar in that regard in terms of getting places. Very physical unit all the way around. A ball hawking unit when it comes to the ball in the air. Very good at the turnover margin. Tops in the right at the top in the conference if you look at just the MAC games alone. And so they got a great combination of things going for themselves.
Is it odd to see a tackle able to apply pressure the way Chris Jones has this year for them inside and be as disruptive?
Yeah, yeah. You know, you see that on occasion. You're more apt to see it from a rush end spot maybe, backers blitzing, but just with a 4-man rush or a 3-man rush, he can cause you problems. So you've obviously got to be aware of where he's at, but the problem that you have is that the other guys surrounding him are also very quick and good pass rushers, and you know, they do enough movement to with their quickness to cause most offenses problems.
What have you been working on specifically to try to counteract that? Such a good defense.
Well, we're not going to tell you. But you know, it's clear that you can't be one-dimensional, and in saying that, though, you know, they've not allowed teams to get things going on the ground. They've shut down the run first, but they've done a great job of forcing turnovers when you do throw, and so that's a huge problem. You know, you're going to have a few opportunities when they come. You got to take advantage of them, and hopefully you're playing sound football. You know, this will be, I think, probably the best defense we've played, and that's saying a lot. You know, Penn State had a great front seven, but these guys have played Florida very well. You know, if you look at them, the last 4 or 5 games, they've really shut people down. Last 2 games, I think they've given up something like 3 points. So we're going to have to find a way to move the football, to move it with some consistency, and then we're going to have to make sure we're playing really sound defensive football, and that our special teams units rise to the occasion. I don't think you just do it by being good in one area. You better be pretty good all across the board to get these guys.
You're playing in 2 physically, where you guys are playing 3 games in 12 days. They've had a week off. How healthy are the guys? And I guess when you're playing a defense like this, the offense is pretty motivated to go out there and try to put some points up on them, aren't they?
Yeah, it presents a huge challenge for us and for our players. But you know, we've risen to occasion and have met challenges before this year, and you know, and our offensive line is one of our stronger units, and so it's going to be a great matchup, and it has been if you look at the history of the 2 schools in terms of the games, and so we'll see how that all plays out. I'm sorry, the other part of the question was. Okay.
This whole 3 games in 12 days, have you guys kind of used that as a maybe not a rallying cry, but a challenge, something to take pride in? Saying, you know, people aren't going to leave. You're going to be able to come out there and play physical 3rd time in 12 days.
Yeah, not everybody's able to do it. You know, whether we're able to do it, we'll see. You know, you look at the last time we played 3 games in 12 days. We won the first 2 and lost the last one. This one's a little differently in when those games are played in that 12-day span. So, you know, yeah, it's clear that you cannot look at it as a negative. You know, you've got to understand that it's what it is. We've been there before. We know what it takes to get it done. I think we've practiced correctly for the game, and there is a challenge in terms of what they're all about offensively, and just having a short week, and them having an extended week because of the fact that they run so many different sets, offensive sets, and that, you know, so many I don't know, gadget or trick, or that's probably not the right terminology for it, but because it seems to be, you know, they do a lot of it, and it's part of their base offense, and but they can get you out of alignment pretty easily, and so when you have a short week, that's an extra challenge added on to it. I think our guys been focused this week. I think they played maybe their best ball game of the year last week, so we've got some momentum going. I know they want to keep the momentum.
Was there any pickup this week from your guys once you found out that Miami had lost and you guys were fully in control again of your position in the MAC East?
Yeah, you know, I haven't noticed it. We haven't talked about it. You know, we've just been zeroing in on Bowling Green and working at trying to have good practices, and knowing that, you know, it's a long ways to go to the end. Even though you're talking about 3 games, there's a lot of football to be played as far as figuring out where you end up in the conference race, and so we're not looking down that road in terms of trying to put too much attention on what other teams are getting done. It's going to be a matter of what we can get done.
Coach, any word on Landon Smith's status? Did he undergo surgery yet?
I believe it's Tuesday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll presumably be out for the remainder of the season?
Oh, certainly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, I mean, as far as, obviously, your receivers have been banged up.
Mm-hmm.
With Mario out for the season, Landon out for the season, how important is it going to be for the younger guys to continue to step up here?
Well, we're getting down in numbers at the position, and you know, our rotation won't be the same because of it, and and we got a few other guys banged up, and so you know, that's a little bit of a concern. The guys we'll have on the field are really good players, and they've been playing well. They just may have to play a few more snaps.
You'll be honoring several seniors Wednesday night. Talk about a little bit about what they contributed as a group over there. 4 or 5
Yeah, there's a number of really talented seniors going to be leaving the program, and it's been a great group. You know, they've really recognized what we want to accomplish with the program through their career, and all the way through, they've done everything that they can to help us continue to take some steps forward. And so it's a group that's got the big picture. You know, they understood what we wanted to get accomplished with our program, and they set about doing it from day one when they stepped on campus, and they've been great at moving this program forward.
With the blackout and obviously senior day, there's going to be a lot of emotion in the stadium. How important is that going to be, especially in a game like this?
Yeah, sure. It's always important to have a great crowd and have them into the game, and I believe that'll be the case. And I think if you look at, I haven't studied this, but I think if you look at the attendance figures, and we've got to be right at the very top in the MAC, I think, this year, and so we've been getting great support, and obviously continued support coming down the stretch is going to be important. You know, we've got 1 home game and then 2 away games, so this is certainly a big game for us. It's I think a big game for the students in terms of their support and how they've been, and you know, I think they want to get involved in this game, and that's great, and you know, it's huge. I don't think every MAC school has a home field advantage. We're building that home field advantage now, and I think that's really important in your steps of moving forward.
Anything else? Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys.